Everybody, this is Hank Zona of the Grapes Unwrapped. We're here at the Cheese Grill on the Lower East Side. My producer Mike was cruising online and on Thrillist, and he heard about the Cheese Grill, and he contacted the folks here, and here we are today. It's a beautiful late summer day, and we're going to talk about not cheese and wine pairings, but grilled cheese and wine pairings, and a little bit about the history of this place. I'm with Mike Davidoff. Mike, thanks for having us in.
Thanks for having me. I love you guys over here.
Thanks. Now, you guys have been here for how many years now?
Three.
It's a cool space. I mean, this is not a space that you could do a lot with, so somebody had some pretty good foresight to use this and turn it into what it is here now.
Absolutely. I think one of the first problems we had was space issues, and we were able to put all these shelves together and kind of bring out all our product. It worked out.
It worked out nice, and it's great how it opens up onto the street. You got some good sight lines here. It's a nice kind of comfortable place to come in here and hang out. This isn't a place where people are hanging out for hours to eat. They're coming in, they're eating, they're talking, they're having a glass of wine, they're moving on, right?
Exactly.
And it serves its purpose for that, doesn't it?
A little people watching, right?
Some good people watching going on, and the neighborhood is buzzing. Even in the past 3 years alone, it's probably changed dramatically, right?
Absolutely, yeah. Oh yeah, the winters even picked up. You know,
yeah.
When we came here, it was just getting developed. I think 3 hotels have opened in the last 2 years.
Wow.
It changes the game a little bit.
It certainly does. You specifically wanted to be here in the Lower East Side.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think the neighborhood is very lively. It's youthful. There's a little buzz in the air.
Yeah, absolutely is.
Something's, the colorful, the artwork in the area that kind of enticed us in. We love the location tremendously.
I mean, you're getting locals and you're getting tourists.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
There's no signage out here that says you're the Cheese Grill, but you have very distinct artwork inside and outside. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so when we opened, we had no idea if we were going to go with the signage. I feel like if you're going to go with no signage, this is the neighborhood to do that in.
Yeah.
So in the beginning, we just literally had probably just a beige wooden block outside, and we were very particular on what we wanted over there.
Didn't even look like cheese.
Nope, nothing. It was just kind of like, oh, if you didn't see the sandwich board outside, then you wouldn't even know it's a restaurant.
Yeah.
So we got in contact with Icy and Sod through several people, and they did us a huge favor. They came down here. They put a lot of love into that piece. It took about 2 days, 2 full days.
Tell us who they are.
So Icy and Sod are brothers from Iran. They're refugees from Iran. They focus our work primarily around war pieces, war-related pieces. This one, I'm not quite sure the background story, but it's kind of like Serenity and Peace, I guess post-war. They put a little twist on it, colorful twist, the rainbow raindrops.
Yeah, I noticed that, yeah. Very cool looking.
Yeah, it makes it original. It is an original piece. We get a lot of love. A lot of people walk around across the street and they take photos of it. And it slowly became kind of like the way to recognize the restaurant through the years. Yeah.
And now, though, when people come in, you've got recognizable artwork on the back wall here now, too. Who did that?
Yeah, so on the inside, more recently, probably about a year ago, we contacted Hectad, which is a local artist, specializes in heart pieces. He came down here, kind of put his own vision on it. We let him go crazy, kind of like free paint almost. We filled up most of the wall inside, so this is probably,
We're going to actually eat some grilled cheese. That's what we came here for, and drink some wine. So
let's do that.
Cool. We'll go right back. So the world is full of tourophilias, and tourophilias aren't people who love tourists. Tourophilias are people who love cheese. And as you know, I talk about wine all the time. And wine and cheese is an incredibly popular pairing, but wine and grilled cheese is very, very different, because there's bread, there's butter, there's more of a richness to it and a creaminess to it. So you're not going to necessarily do the same wine pairings that you do with regular cheese that you would do with grilled cheese. And grilled cheese is getting more and more popular, especially in these times when people seek comfort food. And as Mike was telling us earlier, as we get into the fall and cooler climate, he says he really notices a real pickup in business here. I guess people are getting ready for that colder weather. Their bodies are craving more, not just more comfort, but more of that good cheesy goodness. Since we're here on the Lower East Side, I figured it was appropriate to start with their Little Italy grilled cheese sandwich. This is a couple of Italian cheeses, some pepperoni, some tomato sauce, some pesto. So again, I'm not pairing a wine here with mozzarella. I'm not pairing a wine with Asiago. I'm pairing it with a sandwich that's got a lot of bread. It's got a lot of butter on the outside. They use clarified butter when they make these sandwiches, and more than just cheese on the inside. Let's take a look at this. That looks pretty good. So when pairing, you can do one of two things. You can complement, or you can sort of go opposite, go opposing. So with this, I wanted a sparkling wine. Sparkling wine's got some crispness, some acidity to counterbalance the richness and also the fuller flavor of this. I love what I do. It's almost like having a pizza, actually. And when you think about it, pizza is bread and cheese. That sparkling wine cuts through the richness, through the butter, through the cheese. Just a good, simple, pleasing, sparkling rosé. Get a little bit of fruit in there. You definitely get the acidity. You get the bubbles that help to kind of scrub through all that flavor, the meat and the cheeses and the spices and the tomato on the palate. That's good. Cheers. So now we're on our second sandwich, and show the point of really complementing kind of flavors and styles and all. So this is the crispy goat. It's got goat cheese, avocado. It's got bacon in it. Again, this is not like eating a piece of goat cheese. If I'm having goat cheese, I'm drinking something crisp, something acidic, probably more ideally a Sauvignon Blanc, a Sancerre at its best. But because, again, we've got bread, we've got butter, one of the wine styles that I'm not usually a big fan of because I don't think it's a great food complement in most cases is a really traditional California Chardonnay style, something that's got some oakiness and creaminess to it. But in this case, especially one that's got fruit coming through it, I think it's going to work really nicely with this because, again, this isn't like having a tangy goat cheese all by itself. We're talking about complementing it with really butter, bread, meat, avocado. We got lots of creaminess, lots of mouthfeel here. And that's the thing about grilled cheese sandwiches. It's long on mouthfeel, so you want to get a wine that's going to actually go with that as well. That's a good sandwich. I have a Martin Ray Chardonnay here. Again, a real classic California Chardonnay style. I mean, you can smell that butteriness. You can smell the oak. And when you pair it with this kind of sandwich, really the fruit comes out even more in that wine. I think it's usually at this point, Mike, isn't it, where I usually say, I love what I do. It's a really fun thing to do. Beautiful summer day. New York City, real vibrant neighborhood. And stopping and having a little quasi-light bite to eat. This neighborhood is incredibly vibrant. There's so much going on right now, a lot of energy, and that really typifies New York to me, especially on a great summer afternoon. So come on down to the Cheese Grille, 188 Allen. Come on down to the Lower East Side and kind of share in and add to some of that energy. We're going to take this out with another little sip of this California Chardonnay, and I'm going to wrap it up with my sandwich too. This is Hank Zona, the Grapes Unwrapped. Join us again next time when we learn more about wine, about food, about cool places, cool things. Cheers.